Horrible, horrible, horrible performance. 10 men, 10 men. And to be honest, I don't even think we deserve the draw. What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing after that game? I am not doing well. Mentally, emotionally, physically. That game just drained every life. Every joy I had this week sucked right off me. It's just like a vampire. Arsenal have just sucked all joy out of me today. I woke up a few minutes to the game and I hopped on Twitter just to see like Saliba was not starting. I don't know what happened because I had not heard any news regarding if he was injured or not. I assumed he was alright. So getting the game, he's not in the squad. So I'm like, okay, we can do without Gabriel, but without both of them, I don't know how I feel about the game. So I said, let's give the boys a chance. Moscara and Incapie, they've been alright so far. Let's see how they do. We start the game. It wasn't bad, but we started very poorly. It was an unsettled game. We just kept losing the ball. Chelsea were pressing us high, and we could not get out. We just couldn't get out. We couldn't hold the ball. We were constantly giving the ball away, and Chelsea actually looked. They looked more in control. They looked more dangerous. Whenever they were breaking towards our goal, you could feel like they want to score. We didn't really create anything. We were just all over the place. No composure. You could instantly tell that the team was not balanced. In the back, we were scrambling. In the middle, we were getting outrun. And even our attacking players, they didn't really do anything. Saka was getting roughed up. He couldn't even get the ball. And then the ref, oh my god, that ref is an absolute prick, man. He was just giving fouls all over the place and giving showing cards every 2 minutes. Now, don't get me wrong, the yellow cards that we got, they were very stupid yellow cards to concede. Let's start with the one Zubi got. I think he got one in the even before 10 minutes. I think he was in the first couple minutes. He was on a yellow already. And I am like, Zubi, what are you doing? That's the very stupid yellow to concede. The guy is going nowhere. Let him run past you. Very stupid yellow. Now you're in a yellow. You've already playing at a disadvantage. Stupid yellow to concede. And look, you guys know my thoughts about Zubi. He is not a 6. He can be a 6 at a different league, in a different club, but he is not Arsenal standard as a 6. He's weak. He constantly gets found out. He's very slow on the ball, and a game like this totally shows that I don't rate that guy. Honestly, I don't rate that guy as a 6. No, I do not rate that guy. Stupid yellow to concede. And then the other one was Mosquera. Another stupid yellow to concede. What are you doing? Let the guy go. Let the guy run past you. It's okay. We have cover behind you. Let the guy go. You're making a stupid foul. You're never winning the ball. You get yourself on a yellow. The other guy as well, Calafiori, another even more stupid yellow to concede. Now he was dilly-dallying on the ball. The ball gets picked off, and he has to pull his man down. What are you doing? Just if you lose the ball, fine, but don't consider stupid yellow card, especially as a fullback. But and I think the other guy was Lewis Kelly as well. Another stupid yellow. I don't know what's happening with Lewis Kelly, man. But we'll talk about that later on. But that was just how the first half was. We were never in control of the game. We were never dangerous. We didn't really create anything. Chelsea actually looked more dangerous. Esteval, he was balling. Had some very few moments, but he had a shot. He should have done better. Blasted over the goal, but then the red card came. Horrible challenge by Caicedo, man. I don't rate that guy too. He's always, he always tried to act gangster, always tries to act tough. I don't rate that guy. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but I just don't rate him. I dislike the guy, man. The way he plays, nah, I dislike the guy. Horrible challenge, man. He almost, you know what? I'm amazed. I'm surprised Merino didn't break his ankle. Horrible challenge, and the fact that he was rolling on the ground, pretending to be hurt. If you saw the aftermath of that, you would have thought Caicedo was the one that got hurt. He was rolling around, lifting his hand like this. Like, what are you doing? You almost broke somebody's ankle, and you're pretending to be a victim because you know what you did. That was a horrible challenge. It was a red card challenge. You're trying to get some sympathy from the ref, but yeah, he gets sent off rightfully. And yeah, I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, we have not been playing well. Thank you, Jehovah. This is a nice chance. At least we can get here with a win. It's not gonna be pretty, but we've been let off. It's 10 men. We should be able to see the game comfortably. We should be able to score 2-3 goals, and bam, we go to halftime 0-0. I expected to see some changes. Calafiori was not playing well, and especially being on a yellow card, gets taken off. I would have liked to see Gyökeres come in earlier, but okay, that's good. We come back in the second half, and what do? We concede a goal. We concede a goal against 10 men. That is just embarrassing, to be honest. Really embarrassing. It was a cheap free kick, don't get me wrong, and credit to the guy. He was rolling around like as if he has been shot, João Pedro. He's also another prick, man. I hate that guy. Always rolling around on the pitch, always playing a victim. I remember when Saliba accidentally kicked his head. He fell down as if he had been shot, But the game is the game. Fair play. They get a corner, and from that they score from that. A very poor goal to concede. Mosquera could have easily cleared that ball off the line. I don't know what he was doing. His fault again. Mosquera was actually very terrible this game. I don't rate that guy. He's been good, and don't get me wrong, he hasn't had consistent run of games to get rid of that Bozo gene, just like how Gabriel was. I get that, but he's very he makes these mistakes, crucial mistakes at crucial times, that lead to us losing points. The goal, that's on him. There was nobody in the back post. He should have been covering the back post. I don't know why he's trying to push at Fernandez. I don't know why he was trying to push him in the back, and he just left the ball just floated over his head into the back post and got in. He could have easily cleared that off the line, and you can see the levels. Saliba is levels above the guy. So yeah, we conceded a goal, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my God, we just conceded a goal against 10 men. Now they're just gonna sit in their box, and we're just not gonna be able to break them down. We stepped up the game. He made some more changes. Brought in the likes of who did he take out? He brought Odegaard off. He brought Odegaard on. Kind of changed the game a little bit. We started pushing. Saka puts in a cross. Merino, great goal. And now we're sitting there. We scored pretty early, and I'm thinking, okay, now we scored. We just need 1 or 2 more, and we should be good. And what do? We just kept scrambling. Chelsea actually looked even more dangerous with 10 men than we did with 11 men. And yeah, especially Saka. I gotta criticize the attacking players, man. Almost all of them were poor. Martinelli was poor. Eze was poor. Everybody was poor. Saka, credit for the assist, but you were poor all this game, very poor. His decision making was atrocious. He was trying to shoot when we have people waiting in the back post. All you have to do is just roll the ball across the box. Trying to shoot from an impossible angle. Who do you think you are? You're not Ronaldo. He's very selfish, and I don't know what's happening with him. He has been poor this season. The whole of this season, he has just been poor. And yeah, the game just kept dragging, and as the minutes went by, you could just see, yeah, we're not scoring this goal. Apart from that last chance we had at the end, where Timber took the ball off Gyökeres' head, I think if Gyökeres gets that, that's a goal. But yeah, some miscommunication, and yeah, it's a draw against 10 men. And look, I don't care how, a lot of people are saying, oh, we had a tough week. We had Bayern and Tottenham. No, this is a terrible performance. These are points dropped. I don't even think we deserve to. We played so bad that we didn't even deserve to have a draw. We should be lucky we got out of there with a point. That's how bad we played against 10 men. Now, if you're gonna win the league, these are the games we have to put to bed. And yeah, this just, it dampens the mood. Like, we were such in a great mood, a great run, but this it just spoils everything. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the title race is over, and I also understand. We were missing some players as well, but this was a poor performance. There is no excuse for this performance. We should be winning there comfortably, especially with against 10 men. We should be getting the job done. Getting out of there with a point is embarrassing. And now, the stakes have changed a little bit. Man City are only 5 points behind us. That's nothing. We draw the next game or we lose the next game, and they're just right behind us. We need to stop treating players like Saka as if they're untouchable. Saka was having a horrible game today. You need to take him off. You need to take him off. Put somebody else in there. Put Waneri in there. Put somebody else in there. Show him, no, you're not untouchable. If you're not performing, get out. Put Jesus in there. But yeah, that's just my few points. I'm very frustrated with that game. It's just losing points to 10 men. Unforgivable, man. But we, you know what? We move on from there. It was a tough run of games. We just move on, take our point, and just improve on the next game. I think we have Brentford next. Let's get back to our winning. Let's get back to winning ways against Brentford. But yeah, thank you guys for your support. I think we're closing in on 1,000 subs. Oh man, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.